Okay, we're in record mode, and 3, 2, 1. I want to welcome everyone to our webinar here today. This is Saturday. This will be our Vísi training webinar. My name is Rick Hager. I'll be your host today. And what we're going to do today is we're going to discuss the Vísi compensation plan. I'm going to take the next 20 or 30 minutes or so and kind of break the compensation plan down for you so that you have a clear understanding of how the compensation plan works here in Vísi. I want you to know right up front as we get into this compensation plan discussion that you do not need to understand every piece of this to go to work and begin making money. Your sponsor can best direct you. Your upline leadership can best direct you as to how you should be building. Follow their lead, but don't feel like you have to get hung up on every single little detail before you begin and before you put yourself into action. It's very, very important that you put yourself into action and move forward with the business without getting hung up on the little details. It's one of the mistakes that I see a lot of people make in the beginning. Some people, it'll take them a week or 2 weeks or even 30 days to fully understand our compensation plan, and that's okay. Some people, it may even take a little bit longer to understand the compensation plan. That's okay. As long as you're sponsoring people and you're putting them on the left and on the right and you're building your teams and you're duplicating and creating that pattern, you will get big checks. You'll get big monthly commissions. So don't feel like you have to get everything down perfect before you start getting into action, because you don't. I know plenty of people that are making thousands and thousands of dollars a month, and they don't fully understand the compensation plan. So don't get detail-itis on us here. Just learn this as best you can, but push forward and build in the meantime. Now, in our compensation plan here at Vísi, there are 8 ways basically that you can make money. We have, obviously, retail profits, and we'll talk about that. Retail profits is dealing with customers. We have, number 2, our preferred customer bonus program. We have, number 3, our first order bonus program. Number 4, our rising sun bonus. Number 5, our sponsored pack bonuses. Number 6, our dual team commission program. Number 7, our car bonus. And then, of course, number 8, our rank advancement bonuses. And I'm going to break each one of these down for you here during the course of this webinar. And feel free as we go through these to watch this webinar several times. You may have to review this several times in order to fully understand and get something. And consult with your sponsor and your upline, and eventually you will have the compensation plan learned perfectly. So let's go ahead and break these down. Let's talk about number 1, retail profits. If you want to begin in our plan, this is kind of the starting point. You have the ability, when you get involved in Vísi, once you become a distributor, and you begin communicating with people, to make retail profits. Now, retail profits is simply you buy at wholesale and you can turn around and you can sell it to someone at retail if that's what you want to do. You can mark the product up 20 to 30% when you buy product at wholesale and sell at retail, and you can do it directly yourself. If you want to carry some product and sell to retail when people ask you for it, you can do it that way, or you can do it from your website. The website has a suggested retail, and what happens is you will earn the difference between the wholesale pricing and that retail pricing, and they'll come on your weekly Paylution commission. We get paid on a weekly basis in this compensation plan through Paylution online. If you haven't reviewed that information yet, connect with your sponsor or someone in your upline. They can talk to you about Paylution. There's also a document about Paylution in your back office. I believe it is under library in your back office. There's a document that explains what Paylution is. So when it comes to retailing the product, as you communicate with people here at Vísi, you can retail the product in one of 2 ways. If you have product on hand and they want to buy some, you can retail it to them. You can mark it up 20, 30%, however you want to do that directly and hand it to them and you get the money, or they can just order it off of your website at retail, and then you get the difference between the wholesale and the retail in that particular environment. So retail is pretty self-explanatory. You buy it wholesale, you sell it retail, you keep that retail profit. We also have a program that pertains to customers called a preferred customer bonus, and this is pretty exciting here in Vísi. And you earn a 20% commission month after month after month on all of your preferred customers. And and by the way, if your preferred customers refer people to Vísi, you earn 20% bonus on all of the preferred customers from your original customers and the people that they refer and so on. So every preferred customer that comes into the business, you earn 20% on them if it starts with your preferred customers and theirs and so on and so forth. So as you begin to build your business, you will pick up people that don't necessarily want to build a business. They just want to use the product. And when they become a preferred customer, if they make a commitment to join the auto ship program, That's what defines a preferred customer. A preferred customer is simply someone who's committed to go on auto ship. And for that commitment, the company will reward them by letting them get the product at the same cost as the distributor. So a preferred customer, by being loyal enough to go on the auto ship program, they get a deep discount in their product. They don't pay retail. But you as the distributor will earn a 20% commission on their order. And again, that's month after month as long as they're placing those orders. We also have a program with this for preferred customers where they can refer 3 people and they can get their products for free. And the way that it basically works is if you have a preferred customer, let's just say, again, they don't want anything to do with the business, but they love the product. Maybe they love Trima. Maybe they love using the wellness or the energy or future products that we might have. They love the products. They don't want to build a business, don't care about making any money. They come in as a preferred customer. And the way they do that is they join on auto ship. Now, when they do that, they're going to be given a web page. All preferred customers are given a web page. When they enroll, they get an ID number, just like a distributor would, and their web page would be teamvsi.com/their ID number. teamvsi.com/their ID number. And if they were to go there, plug in teamvsi.com/whatever their ID number is that they were given when they enroll, there's a web page that shows all of our products. And what happens is if they, let's say, are using a product and they really like it and they talk to their brother, their sister, or family neighbor or friend about the product, and that product goes to their website, their little web page that they get, and they order, what happens is if that preferred customer refers 3 people that place a product order equal to or greater than what they're ordering, their next order is going to be free. Now, they have to stay on auto ship and have to remain an active preferred customer for that to happen. But it's a great program for 2 reasons. Number one, the preferred customer can be rewarded for talking about our products, and they can get their products for free if they refer 3 people that order equal to or greater than what they're ordering. But every time they do that, keep in mind, you are earning 20%. So if your customer, Mary, is on a preferred customer, you earn 20% on Mary's order. Now, if Mary goes out and gets 3 people to enroll as a preferred customer that are linked to her, you would earn 20% on those 3 people's orders, okay? Now, when Mary gets her free product shipped to her, you wouldn't earn the 20% on the free product that she gets because there's no revenue tied to it, but you would earn 20% on the 3 customers that she referred that linked up on her page and are now preferred customers. So you go out there and get a handful of preferred customers and talk to them about this program, and they each start referring some people. You earn 20% on all of those customers as long as they're tied to the original preferred customers you brought in. So it's a great way for you to start to develop some income. We've got people that have great preferred customers, and they've got a nice little income as a result of this preferred customer program. Now, when you start building your VSI business, obviously you're going to start picking up some customers and preferred customers, and you'll earn those retail profits. You'll start getting those preferred customer bonuses of 20%. But we also have the part of the plan where you begin to sponsor distributors. You're looking for people who are looking for an opportunity. You want to expand. You want to leverage your business. So you're looking for people that want to build a business. Now, a distributor, someone who wants to build a business, there's basically a couple different ways they can join. They can join for as little as $35 and place a random product order. And what that means is that, let's say they don't want to do a builder pack, a velocity pack, or a power pack, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. They just want to come in, they buy the discovery kit for $35, and maybe they place a random product order. Well, if they do that, you would earn what's called a first order bonus. And that is a 20% bonus, which is paid on whatever random products they purchase at the time of their enrollment. So if they signed up for the $35 discovery pack, and let's say they bought a bottle of Trima and a box of the wellness product, you would earn a 20% bonus based on that order. If they came in with a $35 pack and they bought 3 bottles of Trima, you would earn a 20% bonus based on that order. So what happens is it's a random product order that is a non-pack order. It's not a velocity pack or a power pack. It is just an order that they place themselves as their first order at the time of their enrollment. You would earn 20% on that particular order. Now, any orders that they would place after that first order, and again, this is at the time of enrollment, the first order bonus is paid on that product order. Anything after that would fall into the dual team part of our marketing plan, and we're going to get into that in just a moment. But the first order bonus is as you begin to sponsor distributors, if you have a distributor that chooses not to go with a builder pack, but they just sign up for the $35 and they place an initial product order, if it's their first order on the time of that enrollment, you'll earn 20% if it's just a random product order. So you can sponsor people that way. We don't have a lot of people that do that because our builder packs are so powerful, but it will happen, and that's what the first order bonus is. It's someone that places a non-pack type bonus. Now, there's another bonus that we have called a Rising Sun bonus, which is exciting to me for two reasons. Because number one, it pays you some money, but number two, it creates a duplicatable pattern that people can begin to duplicate. And what happens is when they do that, your group can grow very quickly by building off of this particular bonus in our compensation plan. And what it basically says is this: you become a qualified distributor within your first 4 weeks here with Vísi. So 28-day period. If you come in with a Power Pack or Velocity Pack, and then what you do here is you sponsor one on your left team and one on your right team who come in with one of our builder packs, either a Power Pack or a Velocity Pack. And if you do that within your first 28 days or your first 4 weeks, you earn the Rising Sun bonus. And if you do that and someone comes in with a Power Pack, Power Packs pay a $25 bonus and Velocity Packs pay a $50 bonus. So let me give you the example of what we mean here. For those of you that are watching our webinar that see the screen, let's assume that you enrolled and you came in with a Velocity Pack. And now let's say that you sponsor Ann on your left team. And Ann enrolls, let's just say your first week, she enrolls with a Power Pack. And let's say in your second week of business, you now sponsor John, and you put John on your right side. So you've got Ann on the left side, she came in with a Power Pack. John on your right side, he came in with a Velocity Pack. In this particular example, you came in with a pack. You sponsored one left and one right. They each came in with packs. For Ann's Power Pack, you would earn $25. For John's Velocity Pack, you would earn $50 for a total Rising Sun bonus of $75. Okay? So that's how that works. Basically, this is designed to create some behavior where you go out and sponsor your first two people quickly. You sponsor one left and one right inside of that first 28 days, and the company gives you this Rising Sun bonus as a benefit of doing that, because we want to reward behavior of going out and sponsoring one left and one right as quickly as possible. I like to talk to people about hitting this bonus in their first 7 days, because once you get your product and you get the pipeline filled up, you sponsor one left and one right in your first 7 days. If everybody duplicated that, you would have a fast-growing organization. Now, if you sponsored Ann and Ann did a Power Pack, and you sponsored John and John did a Power Pack, it would be $25 plus $25 for a total Rising Sun bonus of $50. Here in this example that we have on the screen, Ann does a Power Pack, John does a Velocity Pack, so it's $25 plus $50, which is $75. If Ann had done a Velocity Pack and John did a Velocity Pack, it would be $50 plus $50 for $100. So the Rising Sun bonus pays you a nice little bonus. You can use it to offset some of the costs of getting your business started. It's a little bit of money that comes in. It's a great little bonus. But what's exciting about it is if you can get everyone on your team to set the first goal as hitting that Rising Sun bonus and do it in their first week, you get two, and they help them to each get two, and help them to each get two. Your group can explode very, very quickly. But that's how the Rising Sun bonus works. It's becoming qualified by coming in with a pack, sponsoring one left and one right, who each come in with a pack inside of your first 28 days, and you would earn the Rising Sun bonus based on that. Now, the next bonus that we have is called the pack bonus, and this is when you begin to enroll distributors. Remember, we talked about the first order bonus where the distributor just enrolls with $35 and places a random product order. This bonus applies to the builder packs. This bonus applies to if someone comes in with a Power Pack or someone comes in with a Velocity Pack. Our Power Pack is a $299 pack, and it comes in two variations. There is a Trima Power Pack, which is all Trima, which is our weight loss product. And then we have a regular Power Pack, which has an assortment of our wellness, our energy, and Trima. So you can pick either or. A person can pick either or when they enroll. But what happens is when you sponsor someone with the Power Pack, regardless of whether it's the Trima or the regular Power Pack, you would earn a $50 pack bonus. You would not earn a first order bonus on this because this is a pack. Remember, first order bonus is aside from this. This is a separate bonus that is coded to these packs. But when you sponsor someone with a Power Pack, you would earn a $50 bonus. So if you go out and sponsor 3 people with a Power Pack, you would earn 3 people times $50 would be $150. So that's how this particular bonus works. Now, if you enrolled someone with a Velocity Pack, and our Velocity Pack is $1,099, and it comes in 2 different variations. We have the Trima Velocity Pack and the Assorted Velocity Pack with all the different products. When you sponsor someone with a Velocity Pack, what happens is you earn a $200 bonus. It's a one-time bonus. These pack bonuses are bonuses that when you sponsor that person and they come in with that pack, you earn that particular bonus. So it's $200 with a Velocity Pack. It is $50 on the Power Pack. So as you go out and you sponsor people and they come in with a Builder Pack, you earn these bonuses and it begins to create some income. And it's really nice because what happens is it puts some money in your pocket, and these Builder Packs are so phenomenal to start with, and there are a lot of benefits to it. It gives the person coming in a product so that they can sample and use themselves, but it also does some things with respect to some of our bonus structure in the dual team, which we're going to talk about next. At the same time, it helps you to generate some income pretty quickly. Let's talk a little bit about the dual team part of our plan. And this is really your wealth component of our marketing plan. What we've talked about up to this point with regard to retail customers and preferred customers and the first order bonus, and we talked about the pack bonus, that is nice upfront part-time money to start making an extra few hundred, maybe an extra $1,000, $2,000 a month. You can do that with those first bonuses. Your dual team commission is your long-term leveraged income. This is your residual income. This is where you can create financial independence for you and your family if you truly understand the power of this. And basically, dual team simply means you're going to build two teams. And what happens is when you build these two teams, and you're going to hear me refer to the following terminology. You'll hear me say left team, right team. You'll hear me say left side, right side. You'll hear me say strong team, or lesser team, or weaker team. Left team, right team is usually how I refer to it, but I'm using those terms interchangeably. They all mean the same thing. And what happens is as you begin to build these two teams, your left team, your right team, your left side, your right side, volume gets created. And so the dual team commission pays you based on the volume created in your team, in your tree. And this is a weekly pay. And what happens is because there are no limits on levels, a lot of plans in our industry, what they do is they limit you based to a certain number of levels. Ours is unlimited. It pays you down to infinity in each team. And because there are no levels to what you're doing, what happens here is that you have the ability, it's based on the lesser leg volume, okay? How your commission is calculated is based on the lesser leg volume, and it pays to infinity. And you'll understand the power of that as we get moving here in just a moment. But additionally, I want you to understand that when you look at this particular tree that we're looking at here on the graphic, as you begin to sponsor your teams, and let's say that you have two positions directly below you, you have a left position and a right position, you sponsor Mike on your left side, Mike and everything down from Mike begins to become your left team. And again, this could go down to infinity. There could be thousands of people down here. It's not based on how many levels there are in the marketing plan. It's based purely on the number of volume produced by this team, no matter how many people there are. You sponsor Deb on your top right position. Everything that flows down underneath Deb now becomes your right team. Okay, so you have a left side, a right side, a left team, a right team, and this is how this basically breaks down. Now, when you start to do this, I want you to know that every new distributor that comes into your left team and right team, and again, it could be 20 people down, it could be 50 people down, it could be 1,000 people down. Every new person that comes in as a distributor with a pack, a power pack or a velocity pack, that creates volume in both of your teams. Every reorder that you have, every time a person places another order, that creates volume in your teams. When you have people down here that get retail customers that order off their website, that creates volume for you in your teams. When you have preferred customers in here that their auto ship ships out, that creates volume in both of your teams. And then every distributor that you have in these organizations, when their auto ship each month goes out, that creates volume for you. So all of these orders can occur through this team. And the more people you have on these teams, the more money you can make. It can get quite significant when we're talking about doing it this way with a dual team plan, okay? So here's how it basically works. And by the way, in our dual team plan, everybody starts off at a 10% base commission. If you come in with a power pack, you can, because we have a special promotion that's been going on here, you come in with a power pack, which is our $2.99 pack, what happens is you leapfrog over top of that 10% base commission that everybody starts at, and you can begin getting paid 15% in your dual team. If you come in with a velocity pack, there's a promotion to 20%. So in essence, you leapfrog over top of the 10%, you leapfrog over top of the 15%, you go right to 20%. And this Power Pack 15% promo is for a period of 16 weeks, or I believe 4 months. And this here, the promo for the 20% on Velocity Pack is for 6 months, or will be 24 weeks, okay? So during that time frame, you collect higher percentages on your money. So you can see another benefit here of coming in with one of these packs is you can get your commission levels bumped up for a period of time, and you don't want to leave that money on the table because the amount of money that you earn in that time, whether it be the 4 months or the 6 months, can pay for the pack by itself a whole lot more than that even. So you want to make sure that you don't leave any money on the table and come in with one of these packs. It's very, very important. And the nice thing about this, too, is that during the time frame that you have, 4 months or 6 months, you can rank advance to the spot where you then are qualified to receive these bonuses in perpetuity as long as you are qualified at that particular point. So how does this dual team commission plan work? It's real simple. Again, you have a left team and a right team. You begin to sponsor one on the left, one on the right. They begin to sponsor, and this starts to develop and make up your team. Now, on these particular couple benefits of this dual team plan, again, I shared with you that you are in a situation where you're not being paid on levels. There's no limit to the levels that you have. So what the computer will do is every single week, it'll come here and it'll say, okay, here's Rick. Rick's left team, it's going to go all the way to the bottom, no matter how many people there are. It's just going to calculate how many orders there are, how much volume there is. Then it's going to do the same thing on the right side, all the volume, and then from there it's going to see that one team is bigger than the other, and it's going to begin to calculate your commission that week based on the lesser leg. And the reason for that is twofold, because number one, in your stronger leg, there's a chance that maybe a lot of those people you didn't put there. Some of those people could spill down from your sponsor or upline. Now, that's not guaranteed. If that should happen for you, and it doesn't happen for everybody, but if it should happen for you, treat that as though it's gravy. In other words, you only have two positions right here. So if you sponsor Mike on your left and Deb on your right, if you have a third person, let's say you're going to sponsor Sarah, well, you've got no more positions, so you have to bring Sarah down underneath into one of these empty positions. And we always like to build outside left and outside right. So you sponsor Sarah under Mike. It helps Mike, but it also helps you. Then if you sponsor Jim, you could put Jim under Sarah, which helps Sarah and Mike and you. And the same thing can happen on this side. So there's a chance here that you might get some people put under you from your sponsor or someone in your upline. Don't look to them and count on that. We don't want to lead anyone to believe that they're going to come in and that a million people are going to get placed underneath them. That would be creating the wrong expectation. We each have to build two teams, a left team and a right team. If you do have anyone that gets placed under you, look at that as gravy, look at that as a blessing, and purge forward with that. The second reason why the company has to base the commission weekly on the lesser team or the weaker team is because we don't pay based on a number of levels. The company cannot just pay infinitely forever. Obviously, if they did that for everybody, there'd be no revenue. The company would go bankrupt. So there has to be some checks and balances in the plan. But there's also something called bank volume, which we're going to talk about in just a moment as well. So as your teams begin to create this volume, the company will, through its computer system, calculate all the volume on the left team, all the volume on the right team. And what it's going to do is see which of the two teams is bigger. It's going to look at the smaller volume, and it's going to calculate the commission based on that smaller volume. In this particular type of plan, any volume that is not you're not paid on, it banks and carries forward. We'll talk about that in just a minute. In this particular plan, you can earn up to $25,000 a week with one position. Now, I know some of you might have an issue. Some of you might not be able to live comfortably on $25,000 a week. And by the way, if you max out a plan and you're making over $25,000 a week, you can start another position in the compensation plan and build it more and go well beyond $25,000 a week. And again, the key here is understand that the percentage that you earn is based on which pack you enroll with. If you come in with a power pack, it's going to be 15%. If you come in with a velocity pack, it's going to be 20%. And this gets paid out when the lesser leg reaches 250. So you have to have a little bit of volume that kicks in before they'll issue the first commission because it takes a lot of administrative work, and they're not going to pay commissions for $2. And the qualification for this, all you have to do is make sure that you have a 75 PV auto ship in and that you have one left and one right. And if you come in with 75 PV auto ship, and we've got a lot of people are doing more than that. Most people are doing double that because they're using the product. If you're on that and you've got one left and one right, now you're qualified to earn commission in this dual team plan. So how does it work? Let me give you an example of how this dual team commission program works. Let's assume for a moment that you came in with a pack and you're on an auto ship of 75 PV or more, and you've begun building your teams. You started to sponsor people on the left. You started to sponsor people on the right. You're working with your teams. Those people are duplicating. Volume is growing. And in this particular example, if you came in with a power pack, you're qualified at 15%. And the computer calculated your volumes, just like we shared with you. And let's just say on your left team, it went all the way to the bottom and found that you had $30,000 in commissionable volume. By the way, you'll see something called qualifying volume and commissionable volume. Qualifying volume is the volume that the company allows you to use for qualification purposes. Commissionable volume is what we actually get paid on. So you'll see two different numbers. Qualifying volume is usually a little bit higher. And the reason for that is twofold. Number one, some of the packs that we have, the power pack and the velocity pack, we pay out those pack bonuses. So they can't pay 100% on the dollar on those packs because there are pack bonuses being paid out. So it has to be adjusted. So the qualifying volume on a pack bonus is higher than what the commissionable volume is. And in addition to that, typically in network marketing, we have premium products with very expensive ingredients. And so the company has to adjust how much they actually pay out in order to keep the product competitively or reasonably priced. So a product might be $55, as in the case of our treatment, but we may only get 50 CV, and that's to keep the cost of the product down. If they pay 100%, the product might have to be a lot more expensive than that. So there's a slight adjustment, and that's what qualifying volume in CV is. But they still let you use on that bottle of treatment, for example, 55 of that. You pay 55, you have 55 qualifying volume on it, even though you only get paid on 50 of it. So you can use the qualifying volume for your rank advancements and so on and so forth. The CV is what we actually get paid on. So in this example, you came in with a power pack, you're at 15%. You have a left team and a right team that you've been building. The computer goes in, it calculates all the volume on your left team, and it says, okay, you've got $30,000 in commissionable volume on your left team. Then what it's going to do is going to calculate all the volume on your right team, and it's going to see that you have $20,000 in commissionable volume on your right team. So again, these orders are the total of everything combined, all of your customers in there, all of your preferred customers, all of your distributors, all the new people coming in with packs, auto ships, reorders, all of this combined. Not just what you do, it's what everyone does. So in this example, $30,000 on your left team, $20,000 on your right team. The computer will see the $20,000 in commissionable volume as the lesser leg, and what it will do is it's going to take and pay you a percentage of $20,000 on the lesser leg and a percentage of $20,000 on the larger leg. So 15% would be 7.5% on this $20,000, and it would be 7.5% of the $20,000 on this side, and the total commission there would be $3,000. Okay, $3,000. That's what you would earn. And in essence, you could also say 20,000 times 15%, and that would be what your dual team commission is. But here's the interesting thing about this. You've got 30,000 on this side, 20,000 on this side. If it pays you 7.5% of this 20,000, 7.5% of 20,000 over here, there's still $10,000 more on this side. So what the computer does is it takes that 10,000 CV and it carries it forward to the next period. It's when you look into your back office and you say left volume carried forward, or LVCF, that's what that means. You had volume in this leg that you didn't get paid on that week, so it carries it forward, and you start the next week with volume. So you never lose your volume, it just carries it forward for you, and as you build your team and your teams mature, you get paid on more and more of that volume. And that's how the company can afford to pay in depth and deep and everything. That's the checks and balances that you have in a dual team type plan. It gauges the commission based on the lesser leg in order to enable us to get paid deeper and deeper into our group. And what I have found is that this type of marketing plan actually pays you, if you're building it, a much higher percentage in its total than in a plan that has levels or generations or anything like that. So ultimately, you as a builder will make more money in this type of plan. Your percentage of income will be higher on your volume than in other types of plans. If you were coming with a velocity pack, here you go, 20% you'd be at. So in the same example, you got 30,000 on your left team, 20,000 on your right team. Computer calculates all this volume, sees that, it sees the 20,000 on the right team as the lesser. 20% of that would be $4,000, and the other 10,000 would carry forward to the next week. So you can see the difference here just in this example of 15% versus 20%. It's a $1,000 difference. Well, the velocity pack is only $1,099 anyways. So just this example here the difference in commission would have just about paid for the velocity pack. So you can see why that velocity pack is so important. You don't want to leave that money on the table. But this is how this program works. You're building your two teams. You're sponsoring left. You're sponsoring right. You're working with your people, and it calculates the volume. It then takes the lesser of the two teams, and it calculates the commission based on that. And any remaining from the larger team would carry forward, and it would continue to go forward as long as you're on your auto shift, as long as you're in there and you're working the business. You don't even have to have the one left, one right. You have to have one left active and one right active to earn this money. That's a qualifier for the dual team. But for the volume to bank and carry forward, you just have to have that 75 PV auto shift set up. And again, don't operate on minimums. I've got people that are doing 150 PV auto shift because that's what they want to do. They're using product and that they're committed to the business. So that's how the dual team part of our plan works, folks. And you can create enough volume in businesses here, okay? You can create enough volume to get to the point where you're popping $25,000 a week. That's $100,000 a month. That's $1.2 million a year in income. And if you get that point and you still want to make more, you can put another position in, and you can start building another position to make even more money. So that's the goal. Your goal is to fill these teams with as much volume as possible. And when you do that, boom, you get paid in a very, very big way. Now, that being said, we also have on top of this a luxury car bonus. When you hit the rank of Arctic 4-star, as long as you're qualified for that, you can earn a $600 car bonus. And you can get quite a nice vehicle for $600 a month. Even $400 or $500 a month, you can go get a vehicle and use the rest for insurance money. If you choose not to get a car, what you could basically do is you can get $300 a month in cash. So if you go out and get a car, bang, you can get $600 for that car. If you choose just to get the cash, you can get $300 in cash instead. And to become an Arctic 4-star, all you basically have to do is have $15,000 in volume in your personal enrollment tree, which means if you enroll a few people who enroll some people, there has to be $15,000 in volume throughout that enrollment tree, and you have to have $5,000 in lesser like volume. So your two teams, your left team, your right team, the smaller of the two teams has to have at least $5,000 for one out of a 4-week period, and you qualify as a 4-star and you begin to get this money. And by the way, this is paid out monthly. This is not a weekly type paycheck. This is paid out monthly because it's a one-time per month thing. So we have that bonus. Now, in addition to that, we have these incredible rank advance bonuses where as you begin to rank up in our plan, you can get bonuses. I'm not going to get into all of the qualification volumes and everything because it'll be too time-consuming, but let me just point out to you, when you hit the rank of Arctic Premier, you earn a $2,500 bonus just for hitting the rank and maintaining the rank. When you hit Arctic Ruby, you get a $5,000 bonus. When you hit Arctic Emerald, $10,000 bonus. Arctic Diamond, $25,000 bonus. How would you like to just hit Arctic Diamond? All the money that we talked about to this point, you're making your money on your retail, you're making your money on your preferred customers, you're making your first order bonuses, you're making the pack bonuses, you've got the dual Rising Sun bonus, the dual team plan, you've built it up, you're making a lot of money up based on the royalties of the volume being created by your team. Now you hit Diamond, and by hitting Diamond, all of a sudden, bang, the company just gives you a $25,000 bonus for making Diamond or $10,000 for making Emerald. What a boost to your lifestyle that would be. That could pay off a lot of bills. It could pay off a lot of debt. It could help you go on a few real nice vacations. Whatever you want to do with it, it's your money. It's a bonus for you. And what's really exciting is you look down the road and you get to our Blue Diamond rank. It's $50,000 bonus. You get to our Arctic Black Diamond rank, $100,000 bonus. Arctic Crown Diamond, $250,000 bonus. And Royal Arctic Diamond, $1 million bonus. Now, can you imagine? Now, these are very difficult ranks to get to, understandably. But can you imagine if you're willing to work hard for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, and let's say it takes you 3 years to get to the Crown Diamond spot. Now, you realize your income at this level is going to be unbelievable anyways. You're going to be very, very wealthy anyways. But to just get a bonus of $250,000, to just get a bonus of $100,000, it's unbelievable what we can do in this marketing plan. It's a life-changing thing. And so we have these type of bonuses in our marketing plan. And so basically, here's what you want to do. You come in, you choose a pack, whether it's the Power Pack or the Velocity Pack. You set up your minimum of 75 PV auto ship. I would encourage you to do 150 PV auto ship. And then you begin to start sponsoring distributors. You begin to start sharing the story of Vísi with people. And as you're out there sharing the story, as you're out there talking to people, whether you're using our audio CD, whether you're using samples, whether you're using webinars, whether you're using calls, however, whatever system you're plugged or dialed into, you begin to do that. And what's going to happen is you're going to get people that want to use the product. So you're going to get retail customers. You're going to get people that want to get a discount on their product, maybe get their product for free. So you're going to pick up preferred customers. You're going to sponsor distributors. So you're going to be earning those pack bonuses. You're going to be earning the first order bonuses. And then as your team begins to grow and you begin to duplicate, you're going to start earning the dual team bonuses. And you're going to get your car bonus. You're going to start getting your rank bonuses. And all you have to do is come in and just get into a process, get into a system. There are basically just a few key things you have to learn how to do. Number one, get a good list together and learn how to continually expand and maintain a good candidate or a prospect list. And always expand that and work off of that list. And every time you meet a new person, you put them on that list and you build relationships. Number two, you have to have inviting skills. Learn how to invite people to take a look at the Vísi opportunity. And your sponsor, Upline, can help you with that. We have training to help you with that. Inviting is a very critical skill. Number three, you have to have a duplicatable way of presenting the business. And then, of course, number four, you have to have almost an institutionalized new member orientation training so that people can understand how to build the business. And, of course, you can use this video to teach them a little bit about the marketing plan. And as you go out there and you sponsor people and they begin to sponsor people and it begins to duplicate, think about this. If you just sponsored 2 people in your first 30 days, and those people each just sponsored 2 people in their first 30 days, and their people sponsored 2, and in 1 year, by the end of 12 months, of everybody just sponsoring 2 in their first 30 days, the power of duplication would kick in. You'd have over 8,000 distributors in your group. If those 8,000 plus people were doing 75 PV just on their auto ship, that would be a $60,000 monthly income that you would have here in Vísi, and that doesn't include customers and all this other stuff. Now, how would you feel if you were only making 10% of that by the end of the year? $6,000 a month residual income that came in whether you worked or not. That is what I call power, folks. And we've got people that are actually making a lot of money in our company, and we haven't even crossed over our first year yet. So this is a little bit of basic information about the compensation plan. I hope that this webinar will help you to understand a little bit more about the plan. Watch it once, watch it twice, watch it 5 times. Discuss it with your sponsor. Discuss it with the leader in your upline. If you have a question on it, feel free to shoot me a text or an email if need be. And you will learn the compensation plan as you continue and as you go forward. But, again, don't feel like you have to understand everything 100% right now to be able to go out and make Vísi work. The key thing right now is that you get into action. You begin to put your first step forward and begin building your business. And so that's the compensation plan overview training, folks. I hope that you learned a little bit more on this training. Watch it a few more times, and let's go out there and make some great things happen. If there's anything we can help you with, don't hesitate. We're here to support you. Thanks so much. Have a productive day, and we'll talk with you again real soon.